Most people think content needs to be louder, more polished, or more viral to work. In reality, the content that actually builds trust and drives action is usually the simplest kind. It comes from real experience, real work, and real lessons learned.
And today we're breaking down why creator content works best when it's based on what you've actually done, not what you've read, reposted, or copied from somebody else online.
Especially in the AI era. So welcome back to the Marketing Podcast for Local Businesses, the show that gives you practical, proven marketing advice to help you grow your business right here in the UK. My name's Adam. I'm founder of www.websitedesigners.london. We've helped businesses generate tens of millions online through smarter design and SEO.
My name is Josh. I'm the founder of ImproveMySearchRanking.com. We are a specialist SEO agency based in South London. We've worked with more than 400 businesses, helping them generate over £200 million in sales. And today we're talking about creator content, not influencers, not trends, but content built on lived experience and why that has been the most effective way we have communicated with our audience.
Absolutely. So we're also going to explain why value ad content compounds over time. So this is just giving useful information to your audience and why it attracts better clients, why it actually makes content easier to create and maintain too.
Cool. So we firstly should start off with some definitions. What do we mean by creator content? Creator content gets misunderstood quite a bit. So this is how we explain it. It's not about going viral or building a personal brand for the sake of it.
Creator content is just about simply sharing what you're learning, seeing, doing in real time. It might involve a bit of improvisation, like I just did there. It's documenting experiences, not really performing your expertise.
Yeah. And audiences can feel the difference immediately. They can tell when something is theoretical versus lived.
Now we're going to explain why personal experience builds trust faster. Whenever we use our own experiences, our podcast episodes, our content really does perform better. And it's rarely the most produced. So, for example, the recent episode on the sale of Start Smarter, from £50 to 5 figures, that did really well. It's the content where we explain decisions, mistakes, and trade-offs.
It's because specifics build trust. When you say, here's what we tried, here's what worked, here's what didn't, people listen differently.
Absolutely. It removes abstraction as well. You're not really talking about, oh, this is what best practice is or theory. You're talking about outcomes in the real world. No one can deny what you've lived, right?
Exactly. So value added content versus performative content is the next section here. So there's a big difference between content that's designed to look impressive and content that is designed to be useful.
Performative content is usually polished, vague, and safe. It's the value add content explains why decisions were made, not just the results.
And that kind of content might not spike overnight, but it builds something far more valuable in the long term, trust and long-term attention.
That brings me on to the kind of few social media posts you've done on your client performance. You know, this client performed really well versus this didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on. How this shows up in our content. So a lot of our best performing content, as I said before, comes from everyday situations, client conversations, strategy calls, things that didn't really go to plan.
Exactly. So when you break down those moments in plain language, people feel seen. They recognize their own problems in what you're explaining.
And it does something else quietly but powerfully. It pre-qualifies your audience.
People who reach out already understand how you think, how you work, and what you value.
You could even just go through examples of what's worked for clients and what hasn't worked for clients, or your personal experience. This is what I did. A client hated it. This is what I did. A client loved it. So the next segment, we're going to talk about why this makes content easiest to sustain. One of the biggest hidden benefits is sustainability. When content is based on what you're already doing, you never really run out of ideas.
You're not forcing creativity. You're simply explaining your thinking.
And that is where consistency really compounds the results, because the more you post, the more content you create, you're more likely to show up. They're not just trends, but you're providing content that's useful over time.
So In closing, creator content works best when it's honest, experience-led, and genuinely helpful.
If you're already doing the work, you already have the content. The only question is whether you're willing to explain it clearly. And before we close here, in the era of those cool glasses by Ray-Ban with,
The Meta,
with the Meta
Mhm.
camera in there, you've got some great content online. I don't know if you've come across content creators that use those glasses.
Yes, yeah, I have done recently.
And how did you find the content? It just seemed natural, no?
Yeah, it does seem natural. It's quite cool at the moment. It's new and it's first person view. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, if this episode was useful, please do give us a follow and a 5 out of 4, 5, not 5 out of 4, that doesn't make sense. A 5 out of 5 rating. It really does help us show up and help other people.
Thanks very much.